So welcome back to the channel. On this one, it's a busy one. We have the car back at the workshop, a lot going on, final assembly about to start. I got 1 week in Ireland till I have to fly to Formula Drift for the first round this year, so I'm gonna make the most of my time here with the guys to try to get this thing pieced together as quickly as possible, make sure we're not missing any vital parts, and let's see how it all comes together. Okay, so we're here, and now that the car is back, we finally have all the bits of cut metal from the fab shop and everything that we cut here in the first night. So I've set up little scales here, 0 kgs. And now we're gonna weigh what we cut off the car out of curiosity. The only additional parts are these 2 cardboard boxes just holding some stuff, so that's not gonna be anything. Let's start putting stuff on and seeing what the number is. Any guesses?
That should be a prize for whoever's close.
Okay, prize, and dinner's on me the next late night that we get.
It's gonna be anyway. Everyone should put a tenner in.
Alright, 10 euros in, so closest guess wins. 10 euros. Lucas, are you putting in 10 euros? You can guess.
Are you betting, is it?
Yeah, 10 euros, closest to the number wins.
Have they guessed?
Not yet.
Not yet. Oh.
You go first.
Why do I go first?
Okay, I'll go first. 130 kilos. Everything here, all the metal cut off. I'm gonna guess 130, I don't know.
157.
157.
200.
200. Brave man.
That's what I was gonna say. Okay,
I hope I'm wrong.
I'm Mr. Optimistic, but I can't say 200 because he took it. I'll say 180. 180.
180, okay.
144.
Okay, he likes that number too. Let's go. Right, Mikey, give me a hand lifting on the big one. Do you know what? There's no way I'm gonna be right, but I don't mind.
I think it's gonna be over 200 kilos.
$118.
118.
118. Does that mean I win? Okay, so
100 short.
look at this.
You win.
118 kilos, but we're not adding doors, original bonnet, wings.
The tailgate.
Oh, the boot lid, yeah. So like they're all removable items that are getting replaced with carbon Kevlar, glass.
Double or nothing, I'm guessing the weight of the chassis.
Oh.
Okay, double or nothing, so 20 euros each.
I'm not putting money on this.
Okay, I'm in. I'm gonna guess fuel tank is what, 6 kgs? 250 kilos.
210.
Mikey, you lifted it, so you should get it pretty close.
I got 270.
I'll say 300.
265.
265. All right, let's weigh it.
Okay, what weight is the car? I guess 250. Here, let's look. Lucas, 34. Oh, shit, lads. 347.
Hey, I win the double or nothing.
No, we're only playing. That's light for a fully caged chassis. 347 kilos. I can't wait to see what it is finished. You know, it'll be cool when we're finished. We'll weigh this pro car fully built and assembled, and then we'll weigh practice car. For our American friends, multiply those numbers by 2.2 to get pounds. No, that was fun. Interesting to see. Did you get the closest guess?
I guess 300.
Okay. So many benefits with this job already, and it's your second week.
Lucky boy.
He has to double that on there later.
Interesting to know. Now games are over, back to work.
I just came up with 80 euros.
What's wrong with this guy again, like?
You need to have a chat with your postman. He's dyslexic.
What?
What? I'll tell you what. You need to have a chat with your postman. My house is way nicer than this kid. He keeps dropping your boxes of shit on my grass.
Is that him? Is that a bomb?
It ain't a bomb. It's heat, weight, visuals. They're quite nice. I like them. They're cool. I took a pair out of the box this morning. Payback for delivery. Do you think I'd be driving around with a bomb? You nutcase. They're nice. Look at me. I'm cool. You got that? This place is a dump!
Oh man. I hope my sunglasses aren't wrecked. They need to sort out this postman. I don't want this lad delivering my stuff.
Hey!
What's he at? What is this lad at?
Hey!
Does he think it's king of the cone or what?
What's this all about?
So while filming this even flow video, boys are already put the engine in, and I'm pretty sad because I didn't get a shot of it.
It'll be going in and out a million times, don't worry.
All right. So even flow, what are we doing over here? Just early morning here. What are you doing over here, buddy? This is our neighbor, Even Flow.
So day 17 here, we're back at HQ. As you know, we got the workshop sorted. Now we're working on our spray boot. Mikey, what do you think?
So far, it is amazing.
We ordered some this morning, it came out. We got a fresh delivery of parts from RTR, and we're just painting everything. So this is all freshly fabbed stuff for our control arms, like that mounts onto the rear camber arm. We got different brackets, hinges, inner tie rods, rear toe arms, rear link for the hub, support for the windscreen that Brian made. We got the front crash bar. Mikey's making use of the beautiful heat we have here.
Yeah. Tomorrow could be raining in the spray booth, but today it's lovely.
If it rains tomorrow, it's just cleaning the spray boot for the next day.
Yeah.
It's good, it's nice to be getting all the parts painted so we can start throwing them on the car. And also that came this morning, we got fresh forward bumpers for the S650, the facelift and the new model over the S550 behind here. Got some carbon bits for the body kit. We got the rockers or side skirts, and all the splitters are upstairs, so we can show you that as well. Chris is working on plumbing with the car. So right in here, we're starting our plumbing. We're using Goodrich fittings and piping for all of this, all the plumbing in this car. Chris is working on the front brake, so it goes into a T-piece here, runs inside the firewall, comes out through a bulkhead 90 fitting here, and then running across to a Goodrich quick release fitting. So if we ever have a crash, we need to pull a corner quick, it's a simple disconnect. Yeah, you don't lose any fluids or anything. So very happy to be working with Goodrich in this project, as they are the masters when it comes to plumbing. Yeah, so upstairs I brought up some of the stuff the other day, so you can see a lot of boxes, a lot of stuff here. We got the full RTR Spec 5 kit for the car, and that attaches to a lot of the original bodywork. Over there, I think we've already shown you, we got the roof, all the carbon Kevlar bits. So pretty soon, Mikey will be working on fitting up the body kit, doing all the last bits and pieces, make our front and rear crash bar. That'll be a lot of the bodywork sorted, but got a lot of spares here obviously as well. Really cool stuff, and can't wait to piece it together. Okay, so we have our BC custom coilovers here for the Mustang. So we'll pull one of these out and I'm going to get them prepped with the springs we're going to be running on this car, which is a little bit different comparing to your normal factory BC racing coilovers for a Mustang. There's a few changes to be made, but here's our front strut. You can see how strong the shaft is in this. So one of the first things we'll be doing is we'll be changing the top to suit the RTR angle kit. So we'll be changing the top hat because it relocates the top hat out. So the lower control arm is out as well, pushes all your suspension out so you have more steering angle. Then we're going to get ready to install the springs and just start getting it together. But I've been running BCs now many years, almost every season from 2012 or something like that. You can see external reservoir. So you got compression and rebound adjustment on these on the front. Pretty simple setup. We're going to just get everything ready. Here we have one of the rears ready. So really nice external reservoir in this too. So you can mount this somewhere, you can easily access it without jacking the car up or anything like that. We're going to be putting a spring on this as well. So let's get to work. So we ran into a few issues, nothing too crazy, but time consuming. So to put it short, we're back at my brother's shop, Deane Sport. We're using his lathe to make some custom spacers because when we started assembling the rear subframe, we noticed that basically RTR make custom spacers for the outsides of the heim joints to fill the distances between the heim joint and the subframe. So that requires a lot of measuring, a lot of custom work. You put in the front one first, then you make two offset ones in the rear. Basically, every arm needs a custom spacer. So we thought it was just a case of, you know, bolt it all together really quickly. So this is taking a bit more time. Same thing here, camber arms go in here. The heim joints are too wide, so we need to machine the sides down to fit in there. Bottom one here is similar issue. Basically, I'll show you in more detail in a second. Smaller one for the top, and we're missing some nuts, missing some washers, just missing a few things. So plan to be at the actual car and have it rolling really quickly, but this is taking probably a good day's work and doing all of this and having it done correctly. It's not ideal, but look, it could be worse. I can show you on this knuckle a bit better. Right, so to give you a better example, here we have one more together after doing the spacers. So you can see bottom ball joint, bigger spacer on the bottom than your top. That's exactly the way they space it. Then your toe arm, same thing. This runs under the lower control arm. So big spacer on the top so it clears and you have enough clearance for the toe arm itself. When it comes to the camber arms, you can see they don't fit, too wide. So have to machine these down so that slots in there. And the same with your caster link here. So that's the way it is. So this is your normal caster link. Doesn't fit, but machine down, perfect. So not ideal, you know, this kind of work takes a bit of time. It is what it is. Obviously RTR had a huge crunch time to get me these parts while prepping the cars for FD. When you're gathering all the parts for a car to ship halfway across the world, some things are going to be missed. It's fine, we got delayed here. Just Chris is working that pretty much all day long today. Get this all together and straight into the car. Hopefully it'll be rolling tomorrow. So while we're getting this all right, Mikey and Michael are back at the shop. They're putting other parts of the car together. Mikey is working on the bodywork, just making up brackets, making sure the tail lights fit, making sure the rear bumper fits, and making sure it all comes together properly, have everything lined up as good as possible. So there's constant progress going. Also my good friend Bill is coming over to start fabricating our custom headers and exhausts, so that's going to be a big job to be ticking off the list on week 3. Also Chris, before he came at the lathe, has been plumbing, putting a lot of that together, so brakes are pretty much done. We're working on the fuel system and oil lines, so lots of things happening in a short space of time, but going to be rolling soon and I can't wait. So spacer is made for the knuckle on the driver's side, so let's see if it fits. I would say that's made for it. Then our next one we'll machine is the camber arm for here. Let's take a little bit off the edges. Shield bolt in, and we have the toe link ready as well for the bottom. So making good progress, good few hours in this, but can't wait to see it all together.
Pretty. So, what's your name?
William.
William, nice to meet you. I'm Lucas.
I know this is a strange place for me. It's like I know too much about you already.
Right, so we're back here obviously at the workshop, and as you can see we've been pretty busy. A lot of things have been fitted already, you know, before paint, so now we're reinstalling stuff and just double checking a few things. Since then we got the coil packs mounted on both sides, so the plug leads will go from here straight down. They're away from the heat, very safe place for them to be, and if we ever need to service them, it's easy to remove the bracket, pull them out. We've reinstalled the handbrake, the shifter. We were talking about the plumbing the other day, so you can see a few more of the Goodrich fittings. So all the brakes are pretty much plumbed now, bar the actual calipers themselves because they're on dry brake fittings. Mikey has been working on the rear of the car, just reinstalling the quarter panels, and it's the bumpers arrived as well this week, and so we put on the deck lid spoiler, the bumpers, double checking all the measurements with the lights. Bumpers attached to the quarter panel, nice and safe with a nice alloy bracket in behind it, the same way we run the FD cars over. And the biggest piece of the puzzle which we're currently working on is my good friend Bill, who has fabricated all of my exhausts and everything for the turbo cars, exhaust intercooler pipes, radiators, any kind of fabrication with alloy or stainless steel he's a master at. So we're working on our own custom set of headers. Now this is one of the biggest jobs with the car because especially with it being a right-hand drive, it's extra challenging because you have the dry sump pump mounted here and obviously you have the steering rack and column to work around. So we've been working hard. Bill has been working hard to create an equal length exhaust manifold, and it's stepped headers, stepped runners. So it's a really tasty piece of kit. We have the driver's side all mocked up, tacked together. He's going to take them away back to his own shop and weld them there. And then we have also the O2 sensor bungs to weld in, like one in each runner. So for tuning, we can tune it really well with 8 lambdas plus 2 extra lambdas, the normal ones in the exhaust itself. So quite a bit of work in that. So now he has the complicated side all tacked up, and it's a lot easier to replicate this side because you have no dry sump, no steering shaft. You have a lot more space, and you basically just make sure that the measurements are equal to the driver's side. So that's one of the biggest jobs left with the car. Obviously there's a hell of a lot of jobs left, but that was a mission because it's fully custom work, one of one, which is always quite difficult to do, but he's really doing well. We're a couple of days in, or well, what are we in, do you think, Bill? A day? Yeah, probably a full day's work so far, and that's the most complicated side done. After a second day, we should be fully ready to weld it all together. So next time you'll see Bill here, we should have the manifolds fully welded. Everything is on slip joints too, so harmonics and things, less stress and everything, less chance of stuff cracking. So it's a really nice system, and if we leave the lift up, So with the car up in the air, you can see the view of the headers on this side. Like imagine the car on full lock, like left, and you can see in behind the wheel, you got a serious view of this custom header design. I'm really, really happy with it. It's coming together very nice, step by step. Yeah, I can't wait to hear how it sounds. It's going to be nuts. Here we got our awesome custom made timber prop. Yeah, that's just holding up the bumpers before we design the bumper bar, and the bumper bar will be quite simple. We'll just bring it out towards the bumper back here, loop it with maybe 2 small ears going up here. We don't want to run it too close to the edge because you're just going to be, you know, gives you a bit of cushion room when you're coming close to the wall. Everything in black is basically a replaceable item, and everything chassis color is chassis. So hopefully we never need to modify this, but we'll have spares of these and, you know, the crash bars themselves. So that's why we're putting that stuff in black, but it looks really cool with the back of the car together as well. It's actually shaping up to be a car, and I think we're going to see some crazy progress in the next few days before we head out to Formula Drift Long Beach. Assembling the subframe for the first and hopefully last time.
11:31.
11:31, that's early. PM, right?
Yeah.
11:31, which is alright. A day to make the spacers pretty much. Well, what time did you start, Chris? About 11 a.m? Yeah. So, nearly 12 hours. 10 hours, because lunch break, dinner break. 10 hours to make spacers for the subframe, but it's a big job done. Able to adjust the toe, the camber, and things are going on for the first and last time. RTR have pre-set specs for your rose joints and the lower control arm, so you have a set width. Same for your camber arm, which should give it close to a degree of camber straight off once you have all the spacers made and square. So once we have this done, in theory, it should be a fairly simple alignment process for the back of the car. How are you?
Tired.
What are you tired from?
Drifting.
Yeah, you went drifting. If I wasn't doing this, I would have been drifting today too, to get a little bit of seat time before Long Beach, but this is priority. Big part of the car just about to go on. Feeling strong? Right. Right, if we square the thing up, just rotate the subframe, and then, yeah, right, no, we'll lift the subframe off, and then we'll put it back down on it. All right?
I think so.
1, 2, 3. There's a bell fucking like knockout. Right, this is all the grip in the Mustang. And heavy enough unit, no?
I could have done with a bit of height there.
Yeah.
We're on.
Thank you. That's nice now, look. And you can let that down. And f it away. Sweet. Yeah, I think a right height is about something like that. This kit actually, when it squats, doesn't gain any camber pretty much. it almost goes positive. Yeah, that'll be the tire.
That's sick.
With the arch.
That's sick.
But it'll realistically be probably there. But there's nothing stopping us to modify a bit of the subframe there. We just have to see how happy our shafts are and stuff when we fit them. Still waiting for the half shafts, so axles for American people. So that'll tell another story. So thank you very much for watching the episode. Really happy with how much we got done. It's just coming up to the 3-week mark. Next video is going to be Long Beach, so we're flying out there very soon and getting straight into it. First round of the season. It's hard to believe that it's all back around again, but I'm excited to get back in the Ford Mustang in Formula Drift. One of my favorite tracks, Long Beach. So we'll be pushing hard, trying our best, and let's see how we get on. But thank you for watching, thanks for supporting, and we'll see you in the next one.